everybody. I know it's been a while since you heard my voice or since I've been on the live. And I'm going to try to do the best I can and try to get more videos out there more often than I've been doing this past maybe 8 or 9 months. Um, but been dealing with a lot, worldly events and just trying to get myself together as far as dealing with my anxiety and my severe depression that I deal with and I battle. I've been battling for years. A lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of it increases during during the holiday season, this time of year, especially in the wintertime, when wintertime seems to come about. And it's like that for a lot of people. So sometimes I don't feel like I'm alone when it comes to depression. And I'm not ashamed to admit that, and a lot of stipulation comes from, you know, being a black woman. Depression is number one, and a lot of black women are ashamed to talk about it or embarrassed to talk about it, or they feel that they're too strong to talk about it. And let me tell you something. I'm all of the above, okay? But when it comes down to, you know, meeting other people and talking to other people and vibing with other people that are on my same level as far as having the same consciousness level and the same way of thinking, then it's a whole different aspect. And I respect myself a whole lot better and understand, you know, my type of disability as far as depression, as far as anxiety. I understand that a whole lot better when there's other people that, that I associate myself with or surround myself with or have a conversation about. And I don't have to feel like I'm being judged. And if I am being judged, then I really don't give a damn. Okay. Now, getting back to what I wanted to upload for and maybe give you a little bit more updates and what's going on. I'm going to do a little bit things a little bit different here. As you can see, I've dropped a few videos um, maybe this past couple weeks. I thought I maybe incorporate some of my sarcasm, because that's the only way I could express. And a lot of videos that I make, a lot of videos that I upload, a lot of people think um, that I'm not really a truther or I'm not really on that conscious level because I put a lot of mainstream media um, verbiage or I explore a lot of the mainstream media and I upload a lot of those videos. And I have to explain this, and if I don't explain it on the way I edit and the way I put it out there, then let me explain this to you. YouTube and basically social media period is not going to let you upload and let you speak your mind without being censored, without shutting you down. I'm not allowed to express my real opinions. I'm not allowed to express and say what I really feel about worldly events. I can't even say the words that pertain to worldly events. I have to talk in code. And if you haven't watched previous videos or if you haven't watched other YouTubers that have talked in code or, try to talk in another language where you can understand without getting shut down or without getting censored or without getting, a strike on their channel, it's really hard to do. And it's really annoying. And, it makes you look like a bumbling idiot when you have a newcomer or somebody that's just new to your channel or just browsing, and then they hear you talk this fibble fabble, this garbage out of your mouth, and it's not making any sense. So it gets frustrating on that end, because then you read the comments and you have to explain this and that. But thankfully, I got my family out there that do read comments as well, and you do get some trolls. And so I thank you guys for having my back. I thank you for my family that watch the comments, because a lot of them I do miss, or a lot of them maybe I just don't even just acknowledge, and you get in their asses about it. Okay, so I appreciate that. So once again, show me love. um Getting back to what I'm gonna start doing some changes here. Excuse me, I gotta stay focused. That's another thing. I do have not been diagnosed with it, but I think I suffer with a little bit of ADHD, because I just seem like my mind goes this way, it goes that way. But I think that goes along with my anxiety, because I just have so much on my mind, so much that I want to do, and it's just like it just all comes out at once, and I'll forget what I wanted to say after I, you know, uploaded. So pardon me if I go back and forth. Pardon me if I did forget something. It might be a part two, part three. Who knows? Um, but wanted to do like some humorous things to kind of make this channel a little bit interesting. I know that it's a trend, the little dad jokes, and I think I'm like, one of those corny, sarcastic, humoristic people. You know what I'm saying? I could laugh at goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the dad jokes, those corny ones. So I'm going to try to incorporate that with, the conspiracy theories, you know. So you'll see a little bit in those, maybe 30-second, maybe even a minute dad jokes that I'm gonna upload, and basically majority for the shorts, little videos that come up. But that's to come here to there. I also am gonna go back into the Hollywood exposure. I got a few in mind that I wanted to actually do last year. I never got around to. I got a lot of viewer requests that are up and coming, and I know that a lot of you viewers out there have asked me to do certain celebrities, certain Hollywood scandals, or certain Hollywood celebrities that you want me to venture on. And I want you to know I have not forgot about you. I do have notes I have made. Actually, I've actually started on a few of them, but did not complete the ones that I want to complete. I'm not going to say what celebrities they are, because I'm not for sure when the time frame is going to be for me to finish it, because I don't want to mess it up. Because there's a few of them that I don't want to miss points with, and I don't want to put them the wrong information, the wrong research. I want it to be my own research, and if I do get the research from another YouTuber or another source, I'm gonna make sure that I send them a shout out for it, or send them the proper citations, because it's that important to me. Because I know there's a lot of YouTubers, a lot of channels out there that are doing the same repetitive thing, and you don't want to see that just go back and forth. You want to know, at least know that YouTuber is taking the time to do their own research, and they're doing their own shit. Okay. Now, with that being said, another thing that I wanted to incorporate in my videos for this year, or for maybe at least the next couple months, is I wanted to do kind of like what I just said about mainstream media, but also put in some headlines, either be local headlines or national headlines, just something that's in between it, that we may have missed because they're distracting us from other things. And this is where it's going to be difficult, our own discernment, because it's going to be mainstream media, and we don't know if it's a bunch of BS, or if it's something that they're just putting out there, or if it's the truth. But here's the thing that I want everybody to realize, and you don't have to be a truth seeker, you don't have to be a conspiracy theorist or whatever. You just have to have an open mind to understand this and understand this very well, because this is a fact and this is true. These elitists, these cabal dwelling people, these cabal worshippers, whatever you want to call them, Luciferians, whatever, these people that are controlling and ruling the world, they have to tell us the truth along with deception. So they have to mix the truth with the lies, okay? And again, it's going to be up for us to decide or discern what is the truth and what is deception. And that's what what it all boils down to. That's what we're in the midst of. That's what we're doing right now. At least that is what I'm trying to do. You got to pardon the background noise. I've got sitting by my refrigerator, there's ice that's falling, so that's what's going on in the background, if y'all hear that. Getting back on track here. So as I was saying, that we need to decide on, or we need to have on our own mind, what is the truth and what is deception. And then we just have to figure it out along the lines. One of the things that I really, really wish that we would focus on, and this is another thing that I might incorporate into, my videos, but it's going to take some time because it's a very sensitive issue for those that, especially the ones that are still, new to this, is I want to talk about race division. That is something that I really want to deep dive into. I want to talk about race division that they got amongst us, amongst other black people, as far as light skin and dark skin, and also the race division and how they have broken it down and how they have always wanted to divide us so they could have that control. Okay? And how we have fallen for it, and how we have fallen for the hate that we would have for, another race. Because we're not born to hate, okay? We're learned to hate. Just like we were learned all this bullshit ass history that they have taught us, okay? So, like I said, that's just something that I'm probably going to ponder on. Like I said, it takes a lot of research, and it's a sensitive topic, so I have to touch that lightly, and I have to tread lightly through that and make sure that I know what it is that, exactly what I want to talk about and focus on, because it's a very sensitive issue, because I will bring up slavery, I will bring up that deception, and I will bring up the whole deception of this race division, and how they basically are, they have divided us. They have divided us, and they continue to divide us, and it's still continuing on even through this worldly event. They are still doing it, but you just have to see and read between those lines. Okay, y'all. Before I end this video, and like I said, this just was just a quick informative video, just to let you know upcoming videos that I'm planning on doing, updates and this and that. Wanted to read one of these headlines before I even upload, or I'm not even going to do a separate video, so I'm just going to go and just talk about it now. And I'm going to tread lightly because there's certain trigger words in here, but for the algorithms and for the YouTube censorship, understand that this is a headline directly from a news source, okay? So I'm going to read the headlines word for word, okay? This is my commentary, YouTube. This is not my personal opinion. This is a commentary as far as reading it verbatim. Okay? Now, this is about a recent story that just happened in the news here in the state that I live in Utah. and it's involving a Utah Tech firm founder that claims that Jews are behind the efforts to euthanize American people. The article goes on that it explains that David Bateman, founder of Utah Tech firm in Tarwata, and I may pronounce that wrong, sent an email to multiple parties, including Utah Tech leaders, that says basically that Jews are behind the attempted genocide of our people that's underway. And Bateman goes on to say, quote, I believe the pandemic and systematic experimentation of billions of people will lead to an effort to consolidate all the countries in the world under a single flag with totalitarian rule, he wrote. I know it sounds bonkers, end quote. And then it went on to say he urged Utah to take action against a letter that caused a strong reactions around tech, Utah, and social media circles. The letter was forwarded to the media, and it was also confirmed by Bateman, according that he did indeed write this letter. And it also goes on to, say that he tweeted it to several rabbis, to the governor of Utah, with this anti-Semitic, anti-vax letter. And again, this is something that is circling in the media. This is a quote that I just stated. This is not my opinion. So again, these are just little headlines that I find that is interesting that I felt that I needed to maybe broadcast and maybe get out there, as far as if this is considered, and everybody has their own opinion to make up whether they decide if it's going to be a conspiracy theory or not. I do believe we still have that right if they haven't censored that yet, that aspect. If not, then we'll see. We'll go from there. However the case may be, just to clarify this, because I have to make this clear, because if you're not clear, when they do their little reviews and whenever they pick up their algorithms, you need to make clear that it's not your opinion. These are statements from the media, and I am just making my commentary as far as saying it verbatim by verbatim and quoting what was said. With that being done, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. And like I said, I'm gonna try to push them out a little bit faster. And like always, like I've always said, thank you always for the continued support and love. I see you near and far. Thank you for the emails. Thank you for the constant comments of support that I get from my regular viewers and some newcomers, because lately I've been attacked by a lot of trolls, and before I even had a chance to even type a response, y'all have my back, and I want to thank y'all. That means a lot to me. We're going to go into this 2022 with our open mind, our open hearts, and hopefully, we're going to walk away from this 100% safe and I'm 100% okay. As far as, we're going to be all right. We're not going to fall. All right. I love y'all. I love y'all family, and I will see y'all next video.